wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here in the front seat. Get my meals, I'm gunning for the money. Money in the bank. Come on with a dank, scrolling a tank, rolling with a gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Happy Friday. Welcome to Woodward Heavyweights Live, Woodwardsports.com. I'm Eazy. Sumo Rack, Joe Chris, JB Smooth. Appreciate you guys joining us. Yeah, this is a good one.
Heavyweights. Yeah. You waiting on the couch and then I pull it out, I put it right in her mouth and I'm skating down the blouse. Hey, sitting here, listen dear, give me a beer. This ain't weird, make it here. This ain't weird, make it here.
Smash that like button, 5-star review on podcast platforms. Big show. We got the official heavyweight beat reporter for the Detroit Lions joining the show at 5:15. I can't wait for that one.
This is a fire beat.
This is a fire beat. Yeah. I was going too, but I didn't know if people wanted that much. Steve Wild's mom fucked her on the food time. Then I passed it to my friends like a fucking Groupon. All right, Kane played last night.
Yeah.
Red Wings blew it.
Yeah, they did.
They blew it!
They choked pretty hard. It was crazy.
Back to the Pistons.
There was like 7 goals in 3 minutes between both teams.
Right at the end of the period, the 1-2, that one was the most annoying one. That's why I quit watching. I was like,
yeah, it was bad. It was bad, man. But, you know, it's Lions going to be in net now in the next game, and maybe he's probably the guy they should keep in net. So that's his 13th straight game at LCA, allowing 3 or more goals. So.
But to be fair, they're all like fucking fast break.
It's 2 shorthanded goals. The defense definitely.
Yeah, that's the annoying part too.
Yeah. Defense definitely didn't help him out. Bring up Evanson, put in Lyon. Let's get this going.
They're kind of like the remember the old was it the Phoenix Suns, Mike D'Antoni?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all they did was like score.
Yeah.
That's like I feel like this year's Red Wings are.
Yeah. It's the defense hasn't been great, but like I said, you can bring up Evanson, put Lyon in net. And hopefully that'll make some changes.
I don't know if I put it on the prep sheet as its own topic, so I kind of want to talk about it now. Okay, I didn't. Oh, I did. But I'm Patrick Kane.
Yeah.
Do you just talk about it now? I want to know.
Yeah, I mean, he looked good. He didn't look hobbled or anything like that. He looked like Patrick Kane has looked the past couple of years. So we'll see him get out there, get more comfortable with the guys around him, and hopefully he had a couple scoring opportunities. So hopefully he gets one in the back of the net in this next game.
Yeah, I heard he hit the bar a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
I actually heard a lot of people hit the bar a couple times.
Yeah.
It's whatever. They'll get better. Well, that's good news, though. Because there's like the last guy had the hip surgery, only played like 8 games, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he looked good. So that is definitely great news for Red Wings faithful. And, yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do. They're putting up goals in bunches. They need to add onto that defense. Like I said, bringing Evanson up would definitely help with that. Maybe make a trade for a bigger defenseman, a kind of a veteran guy to put on the back of that blue line to help once Mosider and Wallman go out. But yeah, the Red Wings, we'll see what happens. I expect Lyon to be the goaltender one going forward.
Chris, there's 2 videos from a couple of days back. They've been in the prep, but I know you don't always check it. But the Brock Lesnar stuff, I know that's been out like for a few days now, but we gotta talk about it. And then also Ric Flair and Michael Chandler got into it at a bar.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw that. That's
I didn't
crazy.
see the video. Did they actually like fight?
Yeah, it was.
I'm grabbing it now.
Kind of cringy, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, it was. He's like 70 years old.
So he shouldn't have been talking shit.
He should have been talking shit. Now, when I met Ric Flair at Dispo, it was like he just wasn't there, bro. All due respect, he's just like
a lot of cocaine.
Mentally.
Yeah.
A lot of steroids will do that to you in your later years.
Cocaine, steroids. Did you know he was like sex trafficked too? Ric Flair?
Like when he was younger?
Yeah.
That's like as a kid?
Yeah, I guess he was like saved from like a sex trafficking ring.
By Vince McMahon?
No, that'd be crazy. They're like the same age.
He like kicks in the door.
You know what? I mean, I want the steroids. Vince McMahon. That Jimmy, how old is he?
70-something.
How old is Ric Flair?
Vince McMahon.
Well, I guess both.
Oh, Vince McMahon. I can double check. I feel like he's in his
right?
late 60s, early 70s.
That dude is jacked. For how old he is? I'm about to look it up right now. 78 years old. 78 years old. That guy is fucking...
Man is yoked.
Buffer than anyone in this fucking room right now. That is crazy.
Yeah.
We got the video here.
Yeah, let me see this video. I haven't seen it yet.
It was, yeah, it's bad.
And you made what should have been a 5-hour day.
I don't
and
do
11
what
hours.
you do. You've
I
been
don't
doing this
give
for
a
60
shit.
years.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, but you've been doing it for
52. Don't overdate me, pal.
But you've been doing it.
I don't
entire
give a
life,
shit.
camera in your face. I don't do lines, Rick.
Well, then the car shoot shouldn't have you there.
You
What the bullshit?
Okay, I get it. You've done the thing.
You're
You've
a
done the
fucking
thing. You're a
piss
legend.
man.
I'm not as big as you. I don't.
I know
it's
you're
not
not.
a-
I fucking know.
They're gonna start throwing
I
hands.
apologize. You in the locker room, and it wasn't.
Well, I'm looking at it. What do you think about it? Move my hand. Move my hand.
No.
Move my
Rick,
fucking hand.
You're a legend.
No,
Dude.
I'm not afraid of shit.
No,
I'm not
actually,
afraid of
actually,
shit.
you are a cocky old,
If I was
like, old
Michael
man
Chandler,
who
I'd
just
beat the
passed
fuck
his
out.
prime, and you keep on doing your thing. Woo, 5 O's in the TM, dude. Just don't, dude.
You're right.
That was fake.
Yeah, this was
okay.
staged. Come on.
I got your
Come
ass.
on.
Wait, JB, you haven't seen that yet?
No, I seen it on Twitter, but then I just scroll right past it. I'm like, I'm not watching
Yeah,
this.
that
Like,
was
come on.
that was definitely okay. Weak.
A trained professional fighter would never. Actually, Mike Perry punched.
Yeah,
an old
Mike
man.
Perry knocked out an old man
Yeah,
in a bar.
that's true. I was saying a trained professional fighter would never hit an old man, but yeah, Mike Perry did punch an old guy. But Mike Perry's also, he's different.
That was whack.
Yeah.
Dude is built different. You know what wasn't whack? Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is one of the best like X-Files
Yeah.
in the history of ever.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear him freestyling the other day?
No.
Oh, dude, we got this one too.
Was he spitting?
Oh, honestly, yeah.
He's flowing a little bit?
Yeah, I was kind of like blown away. I'm not gonna lie. I had to be written. Chris, you got it?
Yeah, give me a second to get that one here. I got the Brock Lesnar one.
Okay.
Yeah, what's this?
Yeah, this
Smash
is
or
wild.
pass? My Lesnar.
My God, bro. There's no fucking way. There's no way, bro.
Bro, do you think
His genes run strong,
Oh,
bro.
fuck yeah, they do. That poor girl, unless she likes.
The poor dude that fucking finds himself under that.
Well, maybe she likes. I don't want to assume, but maybe you know.
But
She's
based
obviously-
on how she looks,
Yeah. Right.
dude, that's crazy.
That is insane.
Would you hit?
No. I feel
That's like
emasculated.
we've talked about it before. Like,
I've never been into that.
would you rather fuck Megan Fox with a dick or Hulk Hogan with a vagina?
No, that. Oh, I mean, actually, it's kind of close.
It's pretty close.
She's fucking jacked.
It's about as close as it gets.
Yeah, she thick. That's a horrible question, bro. I'm not even gonna answer that one.
Come on, I'll answer it if you do.
You answer first. I don't.
No, because then you won't, and I'll look weird.
I wouldn't. I don't think I answered the first time.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. It was in the group chat. I was
Yeah,
like,
you
I had
answered
the
it.
option not to answer, and I didn't. I don't think I did,
Answer it.
bro. I'm not. There's no. I'm not fucking either. I would never. How about this?
The Hat and Beard show says you know she got the effing hammer. You got
I
that
for
thing
sure.
swinging.
I for sure would never, ever bang Hulk Hogan with a vagina. That's for damn sure. That is the wrong answer by all means.
And PWMU said she has a bigger hog than Spenny.
I swear, bro.
It does look like she's packing some schmeat.
She's kind of the same size as you.
Yeah, throw it up one more time.
She is literally the same size as you. Maybe
Oh
a
yeah, no,
little
she
bit more.
tosses Spencer around like a rag doll.
Bro, she's cut. Doesn't
She
even look
looks
like she has
just
titties. It just
like-
looks like pecs.
She's embracing it, right? She's got to like.
She's I mean, the blonde eyebrows definitely don't help.
Yeah.
But the jawline.
Yeah, bro.
She's strong.
The shoulders, bro.
Yeah, the shoulders.
I had an ex that was like, she was super fit, man, ran marathons, like all that stuff like that. And I was fat too at the time, but like that thing, she had those like she had shoulders like that.
Yeah.
And her hands were kind of, I didn't like.
She had man hands. Yeah.
Well, it was more the shoulders. I'm like, come on, bitch, put those away.
It's ma'am. Said Shandy. It's ma'am. That's pretty wild. I mean, if you want a super Viking child, just hit up Brock Lesnar for his seed, I guess, because that dude is
Just put it in your way.
putting out fucking tanks.
Does he have a son?
Yes, he has a son.
Does he look like that?
He's got it.
What if his son's like a bitch?
Slightly. I can find a picture of him. I was actually looking for this video that I seen, I think, on TikTok of her. I mean, A little bit of a transformation, but I don't think it's like helping all that much. Not in meaning like that, but yeah.
Yeah, the thing too, the funniest shit is like half the people on the internet were still like scared to like make fun of her because Brock is a terrifying human being.
Yeah.
Do you think DC would have worked him?
Yes.
If that fight went down?
Yes. Yes.
Because Brock was like a really good wrestler.
Yeah, but he's not.
He's huge.
DC level wrestling.
Yeah. But he beat Frank Mir. He beat a couple good guys.
DC would have beat Frank Mir too.
No, DC for sure would beat Frank Mir. I mean, Brock Lesnar beat Frank Mir. DC's for sure beating Frank Mir. I'm trying to look up Maya Lesnar's height, but in the meantime, here's the Conor McGregor freestyle.
We got the Conor McGregor freestyle.
This is fun. This is honestly, it's kind of.
Is it about potatoes and whiskey?
Yo, Itchy, I'm waiting. Motherfuckers busy picking scabs and hating. Disrespecting me and wasting time on a verse. Yeah, not on my level, not on my universe. I'm on the way to the doll, so fuck all of y'all. I'm in the Lamborghini on RTA, your model see me. Vroom, vroom, beep, beep. The caddy behind me is a bulletproof Jeep. Cause it's dangerous times when you go against the state. But I fear nothing, just watch and wait. I stand up for the people who stand up for the people. If you can't stand up, stand out, let me see it. And still no return. Don't worry, they're here for me, I'll keep going. King on the throne. They try fly drones over me home, but I shoot them down with a long-range gun. Ask the authorities, I am the law. An honourable employer and supporter of all. Fair play, lad. Let us know when you can figure it out, yeah?
No, this is.
Yo, Itchy, I'm
waiting. No, he was going in.
He was going.
It started off a little rocky there.
Yeah,
He's going. He's going a little bit.
What, we talking about the drones?
That beard show said I hate
shoot
this
him down
timeline.
with a long-range gone. It was.
We understand why there's no Irish rappers, though.
Yeah.
She might be the first. He was nice.
Chris, we need a album review
A
for
lyrical
Conor McGregor.
breakdown.
Chris was pissed. Chris said he could do an album review today. I guess there's only one song for.
There was only one song.
What's his name? Money Mitch.
Maserati Mitch. Yeah. Maserati Mitch. Yeah. Yeah. It was a very tough listen. It was a very tough listen. I mean, this dude likes the N-word more than Post Malone.
Oh, is he black?
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Can't be doing that.
Yeah, I think it was.
Notorious CTE said Detroit.
Notorious CTE. Who was better, Connor or
Connor
Maserati Mitch?
Connor by
Notorious CTE is fucking
landslide.
funny, dude.
That is hilarious. When we get back, we're gonna be talking to Benjamin Raven.
We should get his take on the Brock Lesnar. He's a wrestling fan, right?
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Chris, tell us about Glorious.
Glorious. I believe Spencer got to tell us about Big Boy, right?
No, tell us about Glorious.
All right, I will tell you about Glorious. Glorious Cannabis is back with a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good. It's like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of your Detroit football. You can find it at Dispo Dispensary and get it 25% off using the promo code Woodward at checkout. Visit gloriouscanna.com.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like a landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. Whether you landscape for your job or landscape for fun, get all your equipment from Outdoor Equipment Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan grown, family owned. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Your childhood may be over, but Playtime is not. Outdoor Equipment Company is your source for outdoor power equipment, sales, service, and parts, carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, Ellis Tractor, Steel, and more. Servicing the Great Lakes regional locations in Metro Detroit and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipCo.com. Outdoor Equipment Company, your power equipment playground. Oh
man.
God, dude.
She's 5'3", by the way.
5'3"?
Yeah, so that picture made her look huge.
I mean, if she's that big at 5'3", she's a little meatball.
That's a
But to be fair, like, yeah, when you're that short, it is. I mean, that's like the build, right? To look like that. Unless you are. I mean, she is also Brock Lesnar's child, so that doesn't.
Just saying, I'm not questioning the paternity.
No, not at all.
No, definitely not.
Not at all. I would, like, for sure dye the eyebrows or something, though.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, see, that one's not mine. Giraffity.
What?
It's from Family Guy.
What's giraffity?
Quagmire had sex with a giraffe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Chris, I'm going to send you this. Let me know when we got our guy Ben in. We'll get to him. I'm just gonna
For some Brienne of Tarth. Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. A little bit shorter,
she's only
but
5'3". 5'3", she's really short.
I mean, she's a girl. Girls are. I mean, they come tall sometimes.
Yeah,
too,
girls can be tall.
How tall is his son? Is his son big? She looks more like him than the son.
Yeah.
Is his wife Sable, right?
Sable.
So yeah, his wife is Sable, but that's actually the kids from his first marriage.
Oh,
so
okay.
Everyone just assumes that like Sable popped out these two kids, but no.
That makes more sense than because like that she would be buffer than the son because like Sable is kind of buff too. Do you think taking steroids like messes with like she's a female wrestler? Do you think taking juice like messes with like
the tubes?
Yeah,
probably.
Should start like next chick I get.
Yeah, I feel like any drug messes with
steroids. Injecting her with steroids.
Yeah, why not?
And then she beats your ass.
That's true. Like mood swings and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm speaking of wrestling. Do we got Ben?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right, I'm gonna send him a phone number. Let me drive for a minute so I get him.
Yeah,
connected.
well, we know that the Lions are playing the Bears this weekend, so we got a lot going on. There's actually a lot of really good games this weekend. There should be some good matchups to watch out for in the NFL, but the one we are most and we should be able to go out there and win.
I wonder if our guy, I remember I think it's Pete. Was it Pete Cox? And no way it's Pete Cox. That'd be a fucking horrible combination. The guy from Lockdown Bears we had on the show.
Oh,
the
yeah.
First time around. We are Cox Sports.
So, yeah.
Because I hit him back up to come on the show.
We are
Cox Sports. Well, because we obviously clowned on the name a little bit there. And I hit him back up to come on the show. It didn't even hit me back. So I wonder if like he took offense to the
We Are Cox Sports.
The Cox joke.
Ah, that's funny.
It is kind of funny.
It wasn't us.
He's probably been getting that his whole life.
Oh, it definitely was. As soon as he hung up, we were fucking Cox jokes all over the place.
Oh, true.
Come on. We're the ones that. Somebody
Lauren
else.
Cox said Detroit Devil.
Lauren Cox.
Yeah, that's.
It's probably if we make fun of Lauren, that's probably what. Or it could have been the chat.
I've never met a dude named Lauren before.
When we first had Sean Dabbage from Dispo on, he was like, we know what our chat is.
Yeah.
Like we know that it's funny games, like it's a toxic chat. But like when guests come on, they don't know.
They don't.
So I think they're taking like all that shit to heart.
Yeah.
So when Sean rewatched the time he was on the heavyweights, he was like, "Bro, they're shitting on me. They fucking hate me." And I could hear like the hurt in his voice. He's like, "Good thing I think I'm Darren."
Yeah,
Getting his name wrong. I sent Ben the phone number because VMix never works for us. I blame Chris. It's all Chris's fault, honestly. We got him. Let's get to him. Benjamin Raven.
Ben, how you feeling? Appreciate you joining the show, man.
Yo, what's going on, guys? How you all doing?
Good. We're just looking forward to this matchup, and I just want to get right into it. Have you seen the picture of Brock Lesnar's daughter?
Yes, I have.
So there is no debate whether or not Brock Lesnar is the father of that child. Am I right?
Yeah, my buddy Drew sent me that photo, and I was just like, wow. Yep, that is like Brock's mini clone right there. Like, my God, and the throw she has was just unbelievable, too. I'm like, Vince is going to be calling this girl the second he can.
Yeah, I think she broke the record. That's why,
shot put, yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah, like crazy throw.
Hey, man, I always coin you as like the heavyweight of Detroit Lions beat reporters. I heard you got down on some food today. Does that come with the gig? Did you guys buy that before going in?
We bought that. You know, we Colton Pouncey at the Athletic found a pretty sweet egg roll place about 5 minutes from Team HQ that we all went in on together a couple weeks ago, and we're starting a little egg roll Friday thing. Yeah, it's called Sister Rolls Street Eats, and they got like 20 different flavors of egg rolls, and they are like, I'm a big dude. Like, I can eat a lot. I can only eat one of these things. This place is legit. Colton even spoiled corned beef one today.
Speaking of beef, man, we got division rival this week, Chicago Bears. They kept it kind of close the first time around. What are your expectations going to this one in Chicagoland?
Yeah, I'm kind of expecting another close game. I mean, obviously, I feel good about the Lions' chances. It's like, even with the injuries and even with kind of the defensive slump they're in right now, it's the clear-cut, better team. I think they get the win, but I do think it's going to be kind of a ugly defensive game because the Lions are going to have to be trying to figure some things out with big Aleem McNeil in the middle, and that's a huge loss. I mean, they're without two of their best players, period, but both of them on the interior, and Frank Ragnow and Aleem McNeil, so I think that's going to be a little speed bump to get through, especially for the defense, because outside of Aiden Hutchinson, it's been McNeil and Hutch on that defensive line as the only two consistent pulses. So that's obviously a little troubling, and obviously it's the first kind of trip outside into the elements of the season, too, so that always kind of plays a factor. You got to be on your P's and Q's, and they turned it over 3 times in brutal fashion against this team last time.
Yeah, and we obviously, we know how it's going to shake out with the offensive line where Graham's just going to slide over to center and then more than likely Kobe is going to play that right guard spot. But how do you think this defensive line rotation is going to shake out? Losing Aleem McNeil, like you said, he's been our second best pass rusher on the team. He's got 5 sacks on the season. Do you see it as a Benito Jones and is Bugs going to get the majority of the work? Are they going to bring Broderick in there? Who are they going to have fill that spot for Aleem McNeil?
Yeah, Benito for sure, and then behind that, man, it is a wild card, dark horse, because Isaiah Buggs is still just kind of having like a weird year around these parts where you can't really figure out what's going on. And I mean, I said it earlier when we were in Allen Park, it's like Dan Campbell is incapable of lying to us, but like even when he answers about Buggs, it's just kind of like he's just got to be dependable and reliable. That's how he's going to play. So like, for some reason, my gut tells me that it's going to be Broderick Martin. I think he'll get another shot. I think he'll get a shot to play this weekend, and I do think that they will find room on the 53-man roster for Quinton Bohanna, another big dude that's been seeing some time in recent weeks. But Le'Veon's Workey's in the mix. The Bugs is in the mix, but like I don't feel safe saying Bugs is even going to be active because every time I think he's going to be active, he's a healthy scratch, and I really just can't figure out what's going on there.
Yeah, I agree with you too. It's so weird to have a guy like Dan Campbell. It feels like he's transparent at all times to the point where he's crying in like multiple interviews or pressers, but we can't get a straight answer on Isaiah Buggs. And if it's like there's a beef there, like I don't understand why they just like cut him or release him at that point. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I really don't, because Buzz is in the locker room every time we're in there. It's the same stuff he says. He doesn't really give us much of it either. I know he had the weird situation coming out of training camp where he was tweeting everything he was thinking, and I think that kind of started the season on a bad note. But then I thought when he was actually playing, I thought he was all right. So I've kind of been confused for a team that needs as much help on the defensive line as they can. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like Buzz is I feel like the guy I saw last year. If he's still in there, you want that guy in the lineup. So, hey, I'd have Bugs on the field, but like I said, I can't figure out what's going on behind the scenes there.
And staying with that defense and looking at some of the injuries, Alex Anzalone was obviously out last week because of the thumb. Is comments on it were wild. That he's like, yeah, it just kept popping off and so sliding it back into place. We got a screw in it, and now I'm good to go. Like, is he ready to play this week? Is he going to play against the Bears even with getting a screw in his thumb this soon?
Yeah, he's heading into the weekend with no injury designation, so he's not even questionable. He is a full go. And I asked Dan Campbell about that today because it's just like, how? He got a screw put in his hand like 8 days ago. He's just got like a little brace, too. He's not going to be rocking the club or anything like that, but Campbell said he didn't see any deficiencies. He's got it protected. He's using it. He just doesn't think it's going to affect him. I mean, if Alex Anzalone's healthy, I mean, he's going to be in that near every down role, you know. I mean, the last time he played the Bears was his career high, 15 tackles. He was flying all over the field. And, I mean, if you're going to be Don McNeil, you need Alex Anzalone at that second level, cleaning things up the way he's playing. So they got confidence. He's got confidence. And, I mean, yeah, you saw that quote he said earlier this week about popping it back in. The dude's obviously tough, and he's comfortable with the pain tolerance. I mean, I think he'll be right back into his role, which is just crazy after missing only one game.
Hell yeah.
Ben, I've been on this thing called a little bit of a campaign, I think dating back to like year one of the Dan Campbell regime, but it's been like defend the Glenn. Just because when I look at this defense, the Spinney, I think, had the perfect scenario for it. It's like he's trying to make a salad with spoiled vegetables. Not solely, we acquired a few pieces in this defense, but now you're looking at like the few pieces you have are young, either the sophomore year or the rookie years. What do you make of Aaron Glenn as defensive coordinator and this defense in general? Do you think it's more of a personnel thing, or do you think AG needs to step up on the X's and O's?
Now, there are some definite things AG can do to improve and help this group out, but at the same time, and I kind of got some crap in my replies and email inbox this week when I wrote the post of Aaron Glenn defending his defense because, like, I agree with him a lot. This defense is a lot better than it was last year. Obviously, it's been pretty rough coming out of the bye week, but, like, the point I keep coming back to is, like, the two biggest holes that this defense had were in their secondary. They added two guys, and those two guys haven't been out there. I mean, Emmanuel Mosley played 2 snaps, done for the year. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, 1 pack in week 2. We can't tell when he's coming back or not, so it's like, outside of Brian Branch and Cam Sutton, who's been very, very, very average as a CB1, this is like the same secondary that he's been working with, it feels like, for like 2 or 3 years. So I have a hard time bashing him. I have a hard time even thinking about him on the hot seat. In my mind, I'm in Allen Park every day. I've been at every game but one this season. Like, Aaron Glenn ain't even on the hot seat. Like, it's not even a question. This guy's going to get more head coaching interviews in the offseason again because he is, like, a rising coach in this league. Now, does he need to be better? Yeah, but, like, when you look at what he's working with, when you look at the defensive line, and Aiden Hutchinson has more than double pressures than anyone else on this defense, when you lose Lee McNeil and stuff like that, like, I have a hard time ragging on him. It needs to be better, but, like, what the heck is he supposed to do with that secondary? I mean, Jerry Jacobs is literally playing every single snap right now, and you're seeing how opposing teams are attacking this defense. They're going at number 23, and I think Jerry's a good piece. I think Jerry, even if the secondary was better and deeper, he should have a role on the field, but I just don't see him as an every-down outside cornerback. Well, that's kind of the world that they're stuck in right now because they don't have much behind him, and we haven't seen Stephen Gilmore yet, so that's hard to even think about there, too. So it's once again, he's like you said, he's making a salad out of rotten pieces and stuff like that. We always said he was making lemonade out of rotten lemons, and it's kind of like same situation there. So I'm not as down on him as everyone else is, it seems like. But, like, yeah, it needs to be better for sure. I just don't know how it gets better without reinforcements on the way.
Yeah, and I would agree with that. And a guy they did bring in to try to bolster this defense was old Gray Bush Bruce Irvin. Like, they put him out there. And I'm going to keep calling him old because I was calling him old, and he got a sack, and he took Derek Carr out of the game. So I'm going to keep pushing that because maybe he's hearing me, maybe he's bringing something from that. So what do you expect out of Bruce Irvin going forward? And Dan Campbell even said he deserves more snaps after his performance against the Saints.
Yeah, I think exactly like that. I think you'll see him get more snaps than 11 times out there. You'll see him in that 15 to 20 range because he's shown he's got some juice in that pass rushing tank. You're not asking him to go out there and be the all-around stopper that he used to be in Seattle or even in his early days in Oakland. But, like, man, he's got the sack, and obviously, like you said, I mean, he was right there. I mean,
that's a tough roughing call that he got called for just because he's hitting the quarterback as the ball is coming out, but that's life in the NFL in 2023. So, I mean, I think it was 2 pressures, 1 sack,
2 quarterback hits on 11 snaps. Like, that's exactly what this team needs right now. So, like, it's hard to put all your bushels in the 36-year-old basket, but, like, that's the life they're living right now. And he honestly might be one of, like, the best chances they have to get some action going on the other side of Hutchinson. And, I mean, you get some help on that other side of the line, you're going to start seeing Aiden Hutchinson get home for more sacks because, man, he's getting 2 guys at the line, and then you're seeing opponents kind of leave a running back or a tight end or an H-back in the backfield to chip him. So, I mean, he's going against like 2.5, 3 guys on like every other snap. So, if you can free up Hutch, this defense is going to get better. Like, and Bruce Irvin, crazy to think about. He might be a big key to that.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm glad they got him. When we got him, I was the only one that's kind of like semi-happy about it. So he was making fun of me, but I'm like, dude, he's got to bring something somebody else isn't.
No, I said he could do something. He can win one-on-ones, but he's not going to be the savior.
Hating on Unky Bruce, man, for no reason.
You know, he put his walker on the sideline. He made some things happen.
Ben, I want to jump over to the offensive side of the ball real quick because I see you wrote an article about Jamison Williams, and I've been watching the Hard Knocks for the Dolphins, and Tyreek Hill is just amazing. And I don't want to compare J-Mo to Tyreek, but obviously they got that speed thing going. And I see it in Miami. They're using him often like that motion to give him a little bit of head start on his runs. What ways? I guess I can't ask. Do you see him utilizing him more? I mean, do you think they're going to J-Mo the ball a little bit more now that he's like scoring?
Yeah, I really do think it's coming. Like, I don't think they're going to force feed him like he's Amon-Ra St. Brown or Sam Laporta, but like the fact that he's playing a lot of snaps and the fact that he's out there on the field in the third and the fourth quarter when they need like plays the most, I mean, it's coming. Like, if he gets open, Jared Goff ain't afraid to throw in that ball. So I really do think it's coming. I don't think you're going to see a ton more games this season where he's only got 1 or 2 targets. That said, I don't think he'll ever see more than like 5 targets in a game this year. But like, if you can get him 4 or 5 looks in the passing and rushing game combined, that's going to help you because like, he's at the point now where he's been practicing for so long with these guys. Like, he's got the playbook. He's comfortable. This is the most comfortable and confident he's been. Kind of like it's such a timing-heavy offense in this Ben Johnson system, and I think there were like more than a couple learning curves and growing pains there with J-Mo, and I think he's starting to get over them, and I think the trust is going because you see him last week. I mean, he only had 1 catch, but it's a contested diving play that gets called for defensive pass interference, and he still makes the play. You see the speed on the run. It's just like it's impossible not to like think, yeah, get that guy 2, 3, 4 more looks a game because like as long as he's out there in the fourth quarter, as long as he's playing 30-plus snaps, those looks are going to come. Those looks are coming.
I was going to say, do you see them doing that in this game? Because I look at it, and obviously, you know, attacking that middle of the field against the Bears the last time they played didn't work out too well with those linebackers intercepting a couple balls. And then you look at the Saints double-teaming Amon-Ra St. Brown the last game. Sam Laporta goes off. So you think those 2 guys are going to garner a lot of attention. Can you see them using J-Mo on the outside and attacking this Bears defense with some deep shots down the field?
Yeah, I think even if he doesn't see the ball, J-Mo holds the key to unlocking St. Brown and Laporta because if he's a threat, you have to pay attention to him. You have to commit a safety to him. Like, he's one of those guys that if you feel like he's an actual potential target or a guy that's going to see the ball, like you can't sleep on him. So the more he's out there, the more he's doing those, like you said, those hill speed motion routes, like that's going to open stuff up. And the more the teams double team and bracket St. Brown, yeah, it's going to help out Laporta, but they're about to start paying attention to him too. So like there are going to be some one-on-one opportunities, or there's going to be some great opportunities to use him as a decoy to free those guys up. I mean, this is the vision we saw when they drafted J-Mo, is that he's kind of like the complete opposite receiver of St. Brown, and that opens up more of the field for such a killer that St. Brown is, short and middle, and even like on these deeper crossers now of late. I mean, that was the big play he had last week. But yeah, J-Mo, whether he's seeing the ball or not, really has the potential to open things up with these teams trying to lock down the top 2 pass catchers.
For sure.
Ben, I got one more question before I let you get going here. And a couple of days back, Jared Goff was getting braved by the weather questions. I actually started to feel a little bit bad for him. What are your expectations for him this weekend in Chicago if it's pretty chippy or nippy there?
You know, I did my research, and he wasn't kidding. Like, one of the best starts of his career was in, like, pretty similar weather in 2017 against the Giants. So I really don't read into it because he does seem comfortable with it. And I never, even on that 2-game stretch where Goff had 6 turnovers, a couple of those felt fluky. Yeah, a couple could have gone the other way, too. But, like,
there's a really special level of comfort and understanding and trust between the head coach, the offensive coordinator, and the quarterback that I think they know that, like, they even when they get down, they can't just sit in the gun and ask Jared to make plays, because that's when he makes mistakes. Even if they're down 10 or 14 in the first half, like, don't just sit in the shotgun and try and catch up through the air. Like, stick to your offense. Don't make him make too many plays. And I mean, he knows better than anybody. With that game, he lost 3 fumbles. Like, he was almost laughing as we walked up to talk to him the next time we saw him, because it's like, oh boy, here they come again. The 2021 questions all over again. So he's a good sport about it. He understands, and he's even open to wearing gloves if it gets nasty out too. He's played with a glove on his throwing hand before. And I'm not against that if it's wet, windy, and cold out there. But yeah, I think it'll be kind of a similar game to last week, where they're not asking Goff to do too much. He'll probably throw 20, 25 times a game, but like, David Montgomery is going to touch this ball like 25 to 30 times, and I think you're going to see about 10 to 20 touches out of Jahmyr Gibbs too. They're really going to try to punch this Bears team in the face and try and get out of there with an ugly W.
And then I guess I got one more. I apologize. I know I said that before, but
you're good.
Did I misread the room last week, or maybe a little bit this week too, with Mark Brunell, with, like, I guess the excitement around Hendon Hooker? And by that, like, for anybody listening, I don't mean any disrespect to Jared Goff. He is a good quarterback, and we're going to the playoffs and all that good stuff. But like, when I hear this coaching staff talk about Hendon Hooker, I feel there's a little bit of excitement in there. I don't know. Is that just me?
No, there's definitely excitement there. And the best way to describe Hendon Hooker is he's like a lottery ticket for this franchise now. They got a franchise quarterback, but they found this dude who was the face of college football just 12 and a half months ago. He's got crazy arm talent. He's a smart kid who wants it bad. So, like, yeah, there's real excitement there, because, like, I don't know, you look at this franchise's history, and it's like, even if Hendon Hooker is just a top-level backup for the next 2 years, this franchise has never had that. It's like a Jordan Love light situation. He's not the first-round pick. He's not a threat to Goff, but, like, it's that thing where you're like, all right, stick with this kid, work through him, and no matter what happens with Goff, maybe he's going to get that big contract. Maybe it's only 2 or 3 years, and that opens the window for him. So I do think there is, like, long-term excitement just because it's something new. They've never had a quarterback like that in practice. I mean, he had an actual Justin Fields-like quarterback. I'm not comparing Hendon Hooker to Justin Fields, but he's a lot slipperier than Goff, Bridgewater, or Blau, so he was able to give them some mobile looks in practice this week, and I think even starting right there, you've seen how bad this defense has been against mobile quarterbacks who can pull it back or run to the outside and beat this defense. Like, even that is going to breathe life into this franchise. So I do think there's excitement there. He's a lottery ticket, and I think they know it, but they're excited about the prospect of scratching that ticket off.
That's exactly where I'm at with it too,
for
man.
sure. And Ben, we appreciate you joining us, man. Before we let you go, can you shout out, tell the people where they can get more of your content and where they can catch some of the stuff you're doing? Also, can we get a final score prediction for this game out of you?
Yeah, no doubt. I'm on Twitter or X or whatever the heck. Benjamin S. Raven.
Live.com/Lions is the site. I'm also on the side doing play-by-play for Combat One Wrestling. Shout out DMAC. And I'm going with the Lions here, 20-10. You know, that was my official prediction, and I'll give it to you guys too. I think you'll see a slow start out of Detroit, maybe falling a 7-0 hole or something like that. But I think they'll really get their wheels under them and kind of control this game. So 20-10 Lions, 10 wins on the season, and 2 away from clinching the division.
Let's go,
awesome.
baby.
Appreciate you, Ben.
Appreciate you, Ben. You're
Thanks
the man.
so much, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Got to tell you guys about Mark Watt.
Mark Watt.
Because for over, I can't say 6 years. That's the second day in a row I did that. Not even on. Mark White, right now, he'll save you up to $5,000 on your closing costs. $5,000. Make sure you guys give him a call. $5,000. $5,000.
How much?
$5,000, mate. Give him a call. 248-290-8242. Visit him at markwhitesales.com. Crikey.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports Crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays. To join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions!
With money on the line, featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Customized solutions from real experts is what Guardian offers you. Your professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. Call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sends you.
Dispo Dispensary, mate. I can't get myself down under, so you know what I do? I fly all the way to Michigan and stop by every location they have. There's 12 of them, mate. And the one in Romeo's up until midnight.
Crikey.
Stop by there. 10% off your first
Fucking
visit.
dingo,
Price matching.
baby.
All the above. They also can deliver to you on the telly. Visit DispoShops.com. Hit Dispo Dash. I kidnapped myself a little sound guy last time I owned something. What up, Bill? Welcome back. Sorry, JB.
Showed him a picture of Brock Lesnar's daughter and brought him in.
You know what the best part is? JB's not here on like every other Monday.
Yeah, so he could actually be kidnapped.
Yeah, but he's kidnapped. He's gone. Smash up like button, 5-star review on all podcast platforms. I'm Eazy, spin more racks. I'm Chris, JB Smooth, JB up next. The real Chris Platte, spin more racks. Speakeasy Sports _. Just had Benjamin Raven on. Shout out to him. He's a real one, man. He's one of the first beat reporters like give me a follow before we even had the show. I feel like he's been supporting the boys. So
Ben Raven's a cool guy.
He's a real cool guy. Some of these pompous assholes don't even pretend like
acknowledge us.
Yeah, it's a weird clicky.
It's very
thing.
clicky.
Very clicky.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Acknowledge me.
We're all Lions fans.
Yeah.
We're all covering the team.
Witness me.
Why? I don't know. I get for some reason on your show though. The other show, not this one.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was that little thing. It was also a weird thing to...
It's a weird thing to die on a hill about.
For sure.
He didn't like our David Blau coverage.
Yeah. But also, bitching about the David Blau coverage.
Yeah.
Come on, brother. Anyway, Dan Campbell. Obviously, AG spoke about the defense yesterday.
Dude's a bitch, though.
He felt like he got a little defensive, it felt like. Aaron Glenn did. But then Dan Campbell spoke about it today. Kind of the same vibes. I'm not sure. Let me know what your takeaway was.
On the defense or?
On the defense, yes.
Interesting.
Points are up. How do they get back to playing their best ball? What do they need to do? And how motivated are they to say, hey, the defense that we were early in the year is what we really are?
Look, they're highly motivated. Highly, all right? I mean, we got professionals over here, and they're hard workers, and they want to clean up these little issues. But I go back to this last week. We played pretty damn good on first, second down. Third down has got to be our money down. I mean, we had 5 of those, third and longs, third and 9 pluses. We got to get off the field. There's no way. And those are our own errors. And I would say that has not been characteristic of us. And so I have full confidence we'll clean those up. But, man, that's the way we got to play. And, man, you just bang away. And they may get some yardage. They may move it a little bit. But at some point, we're going to get them in third down. And that's where we got to make our hay. That is where we have to. We got to show up and keep them out of the tight red. Keep them in the high red. Force field goals. When we do things right across the board, we're pretty damn good. But we also know where we're at on defense. Everybody's got to do their job. Everybody's got to do their job. When one guy misses an assignment or fundamentally he's not doing what he's supposed to do, it puts an enormous strain on our guys. It just does. So. But we can and we have. We've done that. We've shown it.
Speedy, what's your initial takeaway from Dan Campbell's comments?
I mean, he's not wrong, man. You got to get off the field on third down. You got to make plays on third down. And a big part of getting off the field on third down is getting sacks, sacking the quarterback. That definitely helps you get off the field on third down. So when you don't get to the quarterback, when you don't sack the quarterback and they have all day to sit back there and do what they want, it's going to be hard to get off the field.
Yeah.
So, you can let them do some things, but when you get them into third down in a passing situation, you need to attack the quarterback. You need to get after the quarterback. And hopefully we see more of that. It's going to be tough this week because Justin Fields is going to be very good at picking up third downs with his feet. That's going to be something you have to look out for. So I'm happy Anzalone is back.
I just picture him running barefoot or something. Or just picking up feet.
Picking up feet. I'm happy Anzalone is back. He can help with some of that sideline-to-sideline coverage against a guy like Justin Fields. But, yeah, got to get off the field on third down. Can't afford to let those drives continue, let them stack up series of downs. And when you get them into a situation, you got to make them pay for it.
Yeah, I think another thing I took away from that, too, and like this is like a lesson I served or learned in my life myself. And I didn't play at, obviously, the NFL level. But just at a basic root of, like, high school football, like, I played defensive tackle, and I was good at sacking the quarterback. I was a shorter guy. I was quick off the ball. And with his team, where I would just over-pursue every single time, just chasing the quarterback time after time. And at one point, I think it was in the third quarter, it was after halftime, my coach grabbed me after our first defensive series. Like, you have to just fill the gap. They're capitalizing on you every single time because you're just chasing the quarterback. Even on these run plays, you got to sit there and fill your gap. Just do the fucking job. And stubborn ass me still wanted to, like, sack the quarterback because every time he did drop back, I was there, and goal line play, they won the game in my gap because I was chasing the quarterback. But as that Gamble said, though, like, everyone has to, like, do their assignment. You can't afford to have any MAs or missed assignments, especially if you look at this defense too. As we've argued or debated, just like Ben Ravens told you as well, there's not really any, like, all-star guys on it outside of Hutchinson who still feels like he's somewhat emerging. When you have a defense like that, you can't afford to miss those assignments. You have to play as a complete unit because you don't have a guy back there tearing shit up like a Micah Parsons or a TJ Watt who's just fucking just destroying everything, disrupting everything, can be almost everywhere in the blink of a second. Like, we don't have that. So we have to play cohesive defensive football as a unit. And obviously, from the sounds of it, when you're hearing both from the head coach and the defensive coordinator, those things aren't happening. And I think we're results of it is like these past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not abusing them. Again, I'm not going to sit here and take the I'm not cashing the Bears game or the Packers game as like bad defensive games. But the Saints one I can, because if Derek Carr didn't go out that game, who knows?
Who knows what
happens? Because James was missing some wide open guys. And there was that one BS completion they had where Brian Branch tipped it and Olave ended up catching it. Like, that's football. That stuff happens. But I don't know what. We're going to have to wait to see a solution for this, man, because I just don't think it's coming like this year.
Yeah, and it's definitely not going to get any better missing a guy like Ali McNeil, who has been by far your best interior defensive lineman. He's been playing at a borderline Pro Bowl level, and he does everything great, whether it's stop the run or rush the passer. So you need guys to step up, whether it be Banana Fana, Fofana, Fifi Fofana, whether it be Isaiah Buggs if he's in there. Obviously, Benito's going to get a lot of run. You need these guys to step up and make some plays, fill those gaps, fill those holes, while getting pressure on Justin Fields. So it's going to be a tough matchup for the Lions' defensive line.
Couple comments in Woodward Sports chat from God Hates Coward. Just says, I'm going to call a spade. Hutch isn't a star yet. He's just a better than mid. Oh, that's too far. I'm going to continue reading it. But he says he's just a better than mid player right now. If he's our best, then any playoff victory is going to be a huge win. I mean, any playoff victory is going to be a huge win for the Detroit Lions either way because they haven't had one in over 30 years now.
Hutch has been good this year. Not great, not
a
superstar, not even a Pro Bowler. He's been good.
Yeah. And it is disappointing, though, too, because he is good. He is a good player. But he's just not at that, like, next level yet where he's able to, like, because we watched it the other day, 2 weeks ago, after, I think it was a Thanksgiving game, where we watched Micah Parsons beat the triple team. Like, yeah, the guys beat their one-on-ones, but he still beat his triple team. And Hutch is there sometimes. I just don't think he has the bend, like the natural, like, abilities to get the quarterback. Like, he's a hell of a fucking specimen who comes, like, trying to, like, stop this man from, like, rushing the quarterback, but, like, getting that bend. Like, you saw Bond hit on Penei Sewell last week. Like, he doesn't have that part in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to shit on by any means. We haven't seen it yet. Am I wrong there? I mean,
no. I mean, we saw it at the end of last year when he started getting sacks in bunches and he started making plays, and hopefully that comes along. But yeah, he's had a subpar year so far from what we were expecting. We were expecting this to be a breakout year for him. We were expecting him to be a top 10 guy at his position, and he has not lived up to that so far. But, you know, hopefully he's still a great player. I still have a lot high expectations for him and think he's going to be good for the Lions for a long time. But as of right now, we need him to be a superstar. We need him to be that guy right now because you're down a couple guys.
Mm-hmm.
You're down an important piece on your defensive line. So this is where your stars, this is where your number 2 overall pick needs to grab their nuts, step up, and be the man. You got to go out there. You got to cause fucking hell for Justin Fields. Hey, chase him around the field. Get him down on the ground. Throw him into the turf. Like, you need to be that guy, especially in this game, on the road, division opponent, missing your wingman, Lee McNeil. Go out there, take over the game. Be Aiden Hutchinson. Be the guy we saw at the end of the year last year. Be the guy we expect you to be in your career. And that's what I want him to be.
One fucking Lions fan says Hutch could be one hell of a Robin, but we don't have a Batman. Y'all said Hutch is Ryan Kerrigan. Just because they're white? Is that what we're doing here? I'm playing. I don't hate either of those comments, to be honest with you. It's just so weird because, like, you know
he's still learning, man.
Yeah, that's got to be it. Because, I mean, even going back to that Georgia game, I was like, well, he didn't do anything in the Georgia game at the college level. That was, like, one of my, assessments of him. But they were triple teaming there, too. Or at least
they were running away from him. They're double teaming him.
Kind of same shit they were doing to me. Okay, you want to over pursue? We're going to catch your ass slipping. Here's a counter. You know, shit like that. I don't know, man. Do you think we'll see it?
I hope so. We need to see it, especially if you want this Lions team to make a run in the playoffs. Hutchinson needs to be that guy.
Yeah, I'm definitely not ready to close any door on the possibilities of him still becoming that.
No, me either. I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to be a great player eventually, but this year has been a struggle for him to get home.
Yeah.
The pressures, though. Booner's pressure path. He needs to be that guy. Like, you need to, especially, like I said, in this game, you need to say, fuck it. I'm Booner. I'm Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Go out there. Be the man.
Identity crisis over there, huh?
Yeah.
Want some water?
What? What'd you say?
Max Schreiner in the Woodward Sports Chat says Pascal needs to break out. I agree with that, too.
Pascal's been a bust.
And Pascal's like a bit of a homie. I mean, I don't know, he supports us in some form or fashion because he follows the boys on Instagram, and I don't want to speak bad of people who like give us some shine or support, but it's like, yeah, he kind of.
Everybody on the defensive line needs to step up.
Yeah.
Nobody has been. Lee McNeil has been our best defensive lineman all year.
Over Hutch?
Yeah. Based on what you expect them to be,
that's fair. Meeting
and exceeding expectations is Ben Lee McNeil. So we need every single member of that defensive line to step up and play better. And they know it. We're not telling them anything. They know they're not playing as well as they can. Hutchinson will be the first one to tell you that. Josh Pascal will be the first one to tell you that. They know they need to step up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Max asks, he says, you think Hutch needs to add weight? I don't think it's a weight thing. I don't
think it's a weight thing either.
I just don't think he has that natural bend. Even in college, like, he was a lot of bull rushing, and then now this year's incorporated the spin move. But like the perfect example, if you want to be nerdy enough to like look it up, is the sack that Penny last week, or even the one that Irvin had. Irvin had the one where you smashed the guy's hands and you saw the bend. I mean, James Houston, perfect example of having an amazing bend. Bond on the sack of Penny Sewell, just dipped the shoulder. It's like that's a part of it that I just don't know that Hutch has. He's still a phenomenal like specimen and athlete and everything. You drafted number 2 for a reason. Like, he's still that. I just don't know if he's like a natural like edge rusher per se, if that makes sense.
He's like a complete defensive end more than a pass rush killer.
Yes, and we just need to acquire that pass rush killer at this point. I mean, that's what it is. And maybe, obviously, if Chase Young was the answer, maybe find one in this draft class. I think it's definitely going to be number one of the priorities coming into next year, too. Because it feels like at these press conferences, not only is AJ, like, defending himself, but he's a little slight, like, I'm working, look what I got. The guys are missing their assignments. We don't have guys beating their one-on-one matchups. He's letting the Brad Holmes know through the media, it feels like.
You know who's a free agent this year?
Josh Allen.
Matabuki.
Oh, yeah, he is.
From Baltimore.
Yeah, he is. He plays inside and outside.
I'd throw a nice little bag at him.
I'd throw a bag at him for sure because him being a defensive tackle is going to be way cheaper than just an edge rusher.
Yeah.
I fucking love that Spencer Baxter. That'd be fucking sick.
He's got 10 sacks on the year already.
Bro, I got goosebumps right now.
I'd throw a nice little bit. Him and Aleem.
That'd be such
in the
an
middle
amazing signing,
with
bro.
Hutch, and then you draft somebody or Houston. Like,
yeah. That kid's It's kind of weird though too. He's got one of those contract year situations because you look at his production.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to Liam's, honestly. I think his first year, like either nothing or 2, then 5, and then boom. These are like 10 right now. First double-digit sack season since Terrell Suggs for those guys.
Yeah.
He's revamped freaking Jadeveon Clowney's career.
Yeah. That's what happens.
It makes me fucking. I would love that.
It makes everybody better when you have a good interior pass rush. And having Matabuki next to Lee McNeil would be nice.
Damn, boy, you got me excited. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm just saying, I'd throw it back at him.
I'm definitely throwing it back at him.
Let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by. There are more than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com. How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new Down Home Comfort Dishes. Feast on homestyle goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The Down Home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. Dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of Down Home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only at Big Boy.
When it comes to your pet, don't settle.
Fret.
Give your pet the best at Premier Pet Supply. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. 13 Metro Detroit locations, over 60 brands of food, and curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply, give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
Welcome back to Whatever Way. Smash that like button. I'm Eazy. Spin more racks. Yo, Chris, JB Smooth. Please, if you guys listen, smash that like button. I appreciate it. Friday shows don't do as well, so you help us get out to the algorithm. And Boomer's been talking that shit. Oh, we got more likes than you last night, Eazy. Oh, I could do a better Goofy impersonation than you, Eazy. So hit that like button. Yeah. I do love you, though, Buddha. Shouts out. Great comment from one Funky's Lion fan I want to read. He says, Spencer looks real cute with a mustache.
Thanks.
No, I'm just kidding. He did not say that. He said, my issue with Hutch is he's a 3-4 rushing outside linebacker. He went to, I'm assuming, I don't know, I'm reading this out of context because OT. He's a 3-4 outside rushing linebacker or a 4-3 defensive end. And after we lost Don Capers, he has been used like a 4-3 defensive end guy. Plus, he's on the field too much and is gassed by halftime. That actually, there is something to that. Because I remember last year you did a little bit of research on like the top edge rushers in the league, and Hutch was out-snapping them by far. Yes. Like, were the other guys like 70s, like he was like the 90s or something like that? Yeah. Is that what, yeah, that could be a thing. Maybe we are like using him a little bit too much. Draft, hey, I'm guilty because I was at the draft and I was like, well, I wasn't at the draft, but at draft time when people wanted.
Draft this year.
Yeah, we are. I can't fucking wait.
Yeah.
I saved, they did like something in the park where they came to announce it, and I got like a little media pass for it. Mm-hmm. Just in case I don't get one, I'm going to try. Oh, yeah. I'm try to use that one, see what happens with it. But who's the guy that raised up taking? Something Wilson? Trey Wilson? Tyree Wilson.
Tyree Wilson.
I was like, why don't we acquire a home? Which I guess he's not really doing shit anyway, so maybe we're right in that one. But like, maybe people were right to want another edge rusher because, I don't know. We still got James Houston coming. I think he'll be, if he's used sparingly too with like Bruce, yeah, he'll offer something. Mm-hmm. and then they'll be back for the playoffs.
Hopefully.
Who knows, man? It's gonna be a big bounce back game for them. We got MCDC speaking on like who was gonna step up for Liam. You wanna go to that?
Yeah.
Let's do that, Chris.
Liam plays so many snaps. I mean, I think he was at 70. Have you had to go, Liam?
Yeah.
Have you had to kind of mix and match this week to try to find, your best feel of how those guys complement each other, trying to replace that?
Yeah, I think that's what some of this week has been is who's going to get us the best opportunity per situation. And yeah, I don't see we're going to have to spread the load, and that's what you're asking. And there's a number of guys who are going to have to take over those 70 plays that Mac has been doing for us, and it's really spread out amongst a lot of guys. Could be the bigs, could be the hybrids, Kaminsky, Pascal, and so everybody's got a job to do. And there again, down and distance situation is going to play into that.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to use all those guys. It's going to be all hands on deck filling in for Liam, whether it be Kaminsky or Pascal or Bohanna or Benito Jones. Hopefully Bugs is on the fucking game day roster.
I need Bugs.
In this game. And literally, you need Isaiah Bugs on the roster. If he doesn't play in this game, he's not playing for the rest of the year. Like, that's what it's going to be. So they're going to have to mix and match. They're going to throw some guys in there, move them around. I don't know if Tyson Alualu is ready to play yet, or if he's going to be on the or with the team for this game yet. But those are some big shoes to fill, because Aleem McNeil has been very, very good for this team so far.
Yeah. If I had to pick one player to do it, it would be Bugs. Just for the bit we've seen last year, I get Liam was part of that as well. Like they don't play the same position per se. They're both in the interior though. But like, I am very curious to why we don't see a little bit more of Isaiah Bugs. It just doesn't make sense to me for him to go from the amount of snaps he had last year. Like this year, you grabbed Roderick Martin. Who else did you acquire as a defensive tackle to like edge him out on snaps? Nobody. So if he played like. And by the way, like the second half of the season, Detroit Lions defense, obviously you saw the run portion of it, and we spoke about that all offseason as well too. But like, he was there providing something, right? Like he was a part of that unit that kept helping you guys get turnovers. Hell, he got a turnover in that Vikings game. Mm-hmm. He was the one that caused the fumble on Dalvin Cook. To me, I don't know what the fuck is going on. It can't be a personal issue. If it's a personal issue, that's just like disgustingly petty.
Yeah.
And at that point, like, yeah, I might join that bandwagon of like hating on AG too, because like if you want to win games at the end of the fucking day, that's always been my thing. That's why I've been part of the freaking Jalen Carter. I don't care what type of like track record you have. You can play ball. I want you here on my team helping us win games. If there's a personal thing going on between AG and Bugs or whoever it may be in Bugs, it's got to be resolved. We're trying to like win
Squash
games.
that shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, I get we're 9-3. Maybe they feel like we can continue to win games without them, but it's like, bro, you're embarrassing yourselves right now.
Yeah.
The way this defense has looked against both the Saints last week and the freaking Chargers. I don't know, man. The personal shit's got to be squashed. Maybe I shouldn't even speak on it because maybe that's not the situation. We did speak to team reporter Tim Twentyman, who's closer than anybody that comes like beat reporting. And he's had Bugs lead on his podcast, and he's there in the locker room, so maybe it's not that. But, like, I don't know, bro. I really don't. It's tough, too, because I hate trying to, like, you're judging people who obviously know the game more than you.
Yeah.
But some shit is just so obvious.
It's pretty obvious that Isaiah Bugs is the second best defensive tackle on the roster based on what he did last year, based on what he brought to this team. And his teammates love him. Like we said at the end of the games or the beginning of the games last year, he's in the huddle, he's giving the speeches, he's talking to people, doing the shit pregame. Like he was a guy that brought a spark to this team last year, and you can't tell me that these guys are better than him. You can't tell me that he is not one of the better defensive tackles on this roster. So if it is something that is personal, like squash the fucking beef and you need him now. You literally need him.
Yeah. BP makes a great comment, which there's a couple ways of looking at it. He says, it is AG's job to hire a pass rusher coach to teach pass rusher hand techniques and counter moves, which is true. When it comes like a guy like Hutch, you really only see him do like the bull rush and the spin move. I feel like maybe I'm not keeping it like too keen of an eye and other different things he's trying. But I will say this, Lee McNeil's developed as a pass rusher. James Houston came out of the draft as an edge rusher, so I can't really give him too much credit for that one. But, like, there's that. it's a two-way street. I do think they miss Todd Walsh for sure, though.
Yeah.
He was the defensive coordinator of Saxonville. And he was also, I think we looked at, he was with Seattle, too, wasn't he? I think, yeah. I don't think John...
Demetrius Hart says the D-line never does any stunt plays. Who's to blame? The trust in the D-line or the coaching?
So there are stunt plays.
They've stunted, yeah.
Yeah. There is one point that our guy Russ pointed out one time in a film breakdown where Aiden had stunted to the inside from a wide 9, which essentially asked him to just cover like 2 gaps in that stunt, which is kind of like, it's not
a great stunt.
Yeah, it's not a great stunt. They're there, but they're doing all kinds of things. If you guys
they are stunning. They're moving people around.
Yes.
They're switching positions. They're moving people
They're
inside and
adjusting.
out. Like, it's just not working. And at that point, it is the level of talent.
Yeah. And again, I'm not necessarily telling you guys that AG is like some godsend or like A+ defensive coordinator by any means. I just don't think he's what a lot of fans are making him out to be when you look at the games. Especially you go look at the Packers game would be like the biggest example for me. And Dan Campbell spoke about it in his press conference. They were like 2-step dropbacks and the ball was out of his hands. And another situation where he was, I mean, it's the benefit of having a mobile quarterback, recreates a pocket elsewhere and makes a throw across the field because you can throw outside the numbers. You have situations too when they catch the ball. Go watch that Packers game. There are literally cornerbacks on the hips of these wide receivers tackling these guys as they're catching the football, and they're still just coming down with it. They made great plays. The Saints game is the one where I felt a little iffy because like Kirby had that one on Chris Olave where he wasn't there in time. There's a touchdown in the end zone to Jimmy Graham where like I don't know if it was like miscommunication or someone just got burnt. Like that was kind of embarrassing. I think it was Tracy Walker's assignment in that one. Like those situations. I mean, I guess you could point to those being man-on-man situations too. You got to win your man-on-man battle.
You do. You have to win your man-on-man battle. You have to be better, just flat out. You have to go out there and produce. That's what the NFL is. It's a production-based business. Like, there's only so much these coaches can do to scheme guys open, to stunt guys, to do different things. You need to go out there and you need to take care of business.
Read a couple more comments here. You guys apologize. I'm backed up in the comments. Vincent Allison. Oh, just jumped ahead of me. Bugs got lazy, soft. Good point 1. Was that one Funky Lion fan that said that? I'm assuming. Bugs was let go from Pittsburgh for lack of effort. We learned on Hard Knocks that his regime is big on effort and practice. Maybe, just maybe, he's gotten lazy, and they don't want to be contradictory. I could see that. Did I say that word right?
Contradictory, yeah.
It sounded weird. Came out weird. MCDC says Bugs not consistent and performance issues. That's exactly what Tim Twentyman said when we had him in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can see it, but still, I just.
How can you? What are you asking him to be consistent when he's playing 2 games a year?
Yeah.
How is he supposed to be consistent if he doesn't know if he's going to play or be?
Just make him active, bro.
Yeah.
Like, let me see him not be consistent, so I'll shut the fuck up at that point.
Yeah.
But we're at a point. I mean, I guarantee we're gonna have to see with no lean. But like, damn, man, damn. Just saying, 2 different rookies on the Rams D line. Both have as many sacks as Hutch, and they weren't the number 2 pick. It's the coaching, says Silent. They have this guy there, number 99. His last name starts with a D. Donaldo.
Doland.
Aaron Doland.
Doland.
Some people keep calling him the greatest defensive player of all time.
Yeah.
He plays interior. So it's actually like, this fucking Aaron Donald on the defensive line.
Helps.
It definitely helps. And I listen, I love Hutch. We're not going to be comparing him to Aaron Donald. That's nonsense to do right now. We can't do that. I don't know, man. I think it's a little bit somewhere in between. But I do lean a little bit more personnel as of now. Because obviously sacks were there last year in bunches.
Mm-hmm.
You had Aiden with 9 and James Houston with 8. And James Houston didn't even come into like the second half of the season. So I don't think it's a coaching thing. We've seen these guys get sacks. Charles Harris gotten sacks in his line before. Maybe he's getting up there long in the tooth. He's not able to perform at the level he wants to. I really don't know, man.
I don't know.
If I did, I'd get paid millions to fix it.
It's tough, but let me tell you guys about Hamlin Pub. Have you ever wanted a bar where you're a regular? We have just the place for you. Head to one of Hamlin Pub's 7 locations and experience where everyone's a regular. And trust me, that smokehouse brisket mac and cheese is chef's kiss. Delicious. So experience your new favorite pub for all things sports. Hamlin Pub. Every NFL game, all Michigan sports games, they got food and drink specials. It's the place to be. Hamlin Pub, where everyone's a regular.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
BullseyeEventGroup.com is where you guys need to go. It's your one-stop shop for tickets for all you can eat, all you can drink, and a shuttle to the game. Then afterwards, sponsored by Long Drink, BullseyeEventGroup.com, or DM Woodward Sports VIP on Woodward Sports IG. Sorry about that. Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live, WoodwardSports.com. I'm boy Eazy, my guys from Rex and Chris, JB Smooth. Comments in the Woodward Sports chat. I want to address before we move on to the next topic. The Keys of Wisdom says Philly gives up 288 points, and they are great to people. And we give up 286 points and are trash to the same people. Our D is as good as Philly's.
Check the games played. Check the opponents the past 5 games.
I saw the 49ers. Philly played.
Pretty good.
Buffalo Bills. Philly played.
Good. Yeah. Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Played.
Pretty good.
I believe they played Dallas twice a year.
Yeah.
And they haven't played a second
playing
time
Dallas this week.
Dallas pretty good. This is not the same, brother.
It's not the same. We're playing the Packers, the Bears, and the Saints. And they
not
played
the same.
Kansas City.
I'll pull it up right now.
Kansas City, San Francisco, and now Dallas. Like, come on, man. Nuance.
Context. Well, I hit view schedule and it just disappeared on my computer. They played the Dolphins. That's another one. The Rams.
Pretty good teams.
Those are, yeah.
But hey, if you think that our defense is as good as Philly, more power to you, brother. Keep smoking.
All right. Moving on, mate. We talked about Jim a little bit with Ben Raven.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you guys give him a follow. Benjamin S. Raven. He reports for M Live and Detroit Lions. Do you think they're misusing J-Mo or just not using him enough?
I don't think they're using him enough. I think this is a guy that should get 4 touches a game at the very least. At the very least, he should be getting 4 touches a game. I don't think that's a lot to ask for. I don't think that's a crazy thing to say. He is scoring a touchdown on like 25% of his touches so far in his career. He's only had 16 touches in his NFL career. Like, this guy, you need to get the ball in his hands more. He's electric when he has the ball in his hands. And you look at what I said to Ben Raven. I'm going to go over it again because the Saints double-teamed Amon-Ra for a lot of that game. They had guys on him that were bracketing him, and that's why Sam Laporta was so open. That's why Sam Laporta was eating a lot in the middle of that field. So teams are going to pay attention to that now too. Sam Laporta is going to get a little extra nudge in the middle of that defense, and especially against this Bears defense, who the middle of the field was eating Jared Goff alive in their last game. I think the linebackers had all 3 interceptions, if I'm not wrong. But I know T.J. Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds both had at least 1 each. So I think this is a game where you can attack the outside with Jameson Williams because you're going to want to stay away from those athletic linebackers that were picking off Jared Goff. Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to get a lot of look from the defense. Sam Laporta, coming off a fantastic game of 9 catches, 140 yards, and a touchdown, is going to get an extra little nudge from the defense. So Jameson Williams is going to see some one-on-ones on the outside. Jameson Williams is going to see some no safety helps on the outside. And as soon as you see that, if Jameson Williams is lined up on the outside one-on-one with the corner and there is no safety, hot route, like, hit that man. Get him the fucking ball. Because he is explosive. He is fantastic when he has the ball in his hands. So I think they need to get him on the outside more. I think it's going to happen in this game because it's going to be open out there.
Yeah. The only thing is, I don't know. I know it's going to come when I mention this comment, but, like, anybody that watches it, they'll tell you that Jared Goff isn't great on the outside when it comes like throwing outside the numbers. I feel like they got to get him going in the middle a little bit, or just give him the ball in his hands. Like, even a situation like you want to scream down the middle. That's what I was talking about when I was watching the Hard Knocks episode. Is like, I'm watching Tyreek start on these motions that we see Sam Laporta run. Why can't we get J-Mo in some of those situations? Give him a little bit of head start. Because that little bit of speed you saw in the Saints game, bro, we didn't even get going yet.
Mhm.
He had just turned the corner.
Yeah.
And he looked like he was like, you just pressed fast forward on the tape.
Yeah, he was going by everybody.
Guys were just now turning around to see where he was going. He was past him already. Like, this guy he's special. There's two things, I guess, and I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget, because I am really good at forgetting things. One, it is completely unfair for me to compare Jameson Williams to Tyreek Hill. I think we underrate Tyreek Hill disgusting. I know if you come on as of late, I think last year I had him as my number 1 guy or number 2 guy. We made our list, but watching him, he makes great catches on top of just being fast as hell. He is the overall he's a cheetah.
Mhm.
He's a fucking cheetah for a reason. That's completely unfair to compare him straight up. But they do have a similar skill set when it comes to speed, and I like to see that utilized with a genius mind. Mind that I believe is genius in the offensive game, and Ben Johnson. The other thing too, I think that's different, or why maybe we're not seeing it, is the suspension / injury thing come off season. Maybe they weren't able to install those type of plays and feel confident enough for J-Mo, because he is kind of just coming on at the wide receiver position alone. I'm making excuses for point. I just want to see him get active.
Like Ben said today, he is at the most confident and by himself and the organization that he has been in his career right now.
Yeah.
So you need to get him the ball more. You need to put the ball in his hands. He is the most explosive player on your team.
Yeah.
Give him the ball and let him go. It doesn't have to just be deep shots, but that would be nice to get him a couple deep balls a game.
Mm-hmm.
But get him in a bubble screen. Get him on one of those reverses. Get him on a couple crossing. We saw those crossing routes having success in the past couple of games.
He's open for that one.
Yeah, he had a couple of them in the past few games, crossing routes across the middle where he's made a couple catches. So get him more of those, man. You need to get this kid some more work. He's ready for it. He wants it. And when you get the ball in his hands, good things happen.
And then we have the one play from Tyreek Hill. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, this thing that the Dolphins do. You don't take the sound off, JB, because it's just there's no sound on it. But essentially, they take him from the other side of the field, from wherever he's at, and they'll have a motion behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, we see what Sam Laporta, that's how he scored last week. He's number 10. You see him going there, but it gives him a little bit of a head start. Yeah. And obviously, he's the fastest human being alive, one of the fastest human beings alive. And he's still able to get it. And Tua even had a little bit of I was bitching about JG last year when the ball kind of floated off towards the sidelines for DJ Chark. Tua had that.
When it's that kind
this motherfucker's so fast.
Yeah, you can run under it. When it's that kind of guy, you just throw it up there as far as you can and let them run under it. And that's why I said it, I think it was the first game of the fucking year. The Dolphins had to play like this, where Tyreek Hill came off the motion, ran that jet, and is going on a deep shot and then cut it to the middle of the field.
Yeah.
So you have the defender who is backpedaling, trying to keeping up with the fastest man in the NFL.
Shit in his
pants. And then he cuts it across the middle of the field, and there's nothing he can do.
Barbecue chicken.
Do something like that with J-Mo to get a defender full sprint. Oh, I got to make up for this, and then get him in the open space. So we'll see.
The other thing, too, I think he was on the Manning cast for the Monday Night Football this past week. Tua Tagovailoa, and he says, yeah, sometimes that is what they do.
Yeah.
Tyreek would go to him and be like, just throw it.
Just throw it
up.
We saw Jameson do it against the Bucs.
Yeah.
Where he tracked the ball, looked over one shoulder, looked over the other shoulder, made the catch, had the touchdown. With a guy like that, who is going to be behind the defense, you throw it as far as you fucking can and let him run under it. Just throw it past everybody. He's going to be the one to get it if anybody does.
There is 1/3 situation that I dislike the most personally that I think could be the reason why. And honestly, I think this could be the reason. Actually, I'll ask you guys. You tell me. Maybe I'll put it as a poll. Is it the hands?
No.
He did have a few drops at the beginning of the season.
Early.
You did have Dan Campbell come out beginning of the season, literally quite say he's never going to have great hands.
He's been pretty good with the ball recently.
I think but he's only getting 1 to 2 targets.
He didn't drop the ball much at Alabama.
I think that's one of the reasons he got the end around. Was listen, we can't really trust him to catch the ball as consistently as we can, like a Josh Reynolds. Maybe that's the reason why Goff went to Reynolds in that play over J-Mo. I don't know, but this way we create the end around to get him the ball in his hands without it being a catch.
He didn't drop the ball much at Alabama. That's all I'm saying is it's gonna be a thing where if you're only seeing 1 target a game, 2 targets a game, those drops are gonna stand out a lot more. Because you're like, oh, they finally threw it to J-Mo. It's like, oh, shit, he dropped it. But if he's getting 5 targets a game and he drops one of them, I can live with that. If he's catching 4 of them.
The drops are bad, man.
When's the last time he dropped the ball?
I couldn't tell you specifically.
Exactly. It's been at least 3 games.
I couldn't even.
Like, knock on wood, but
yeah,
he's been pretty solid with it now, and it definitely helps. Getting him in a rhythm will help with that.
And it feels we have such an embarrassment of riches on the offensive side of the ball that like I feel like the old man like yelling at a cloud because like we are still a top 5 offense in every statistical category there is to be measured under, if I'm not mistaken. If not, like top 6. So it does feel crazy to like be here, sitting up here bitching about it. But like at a game like the New Orleans Saints, where things kind of grew stagnant, they're stacking Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm sorry, bracketing him. Then like. Yes, that's the one play. Yeah, see, and that's the one, that third down where he went to Reynolds. It was incomplete, where J-Mo get the ball to him. That's a first. That's a touchdown. Yeah, probably a touchdown. But maybe there's more trust in Reynolds in that play. I don't know. I'll put a poll up and see what your guys' opinion on the matter is. But I do feel like the old man like just bitching at the cloud for like no reason because we are the offense. But when things got stagnant last week, you weren't scoring the ball. You stopped. You didn't score another touchdown after that first quarter. What'd they do? They hit the end around with J-Mo, and they got a fucking touchdown out of it. So when things get stagnant, you get the ball in your playmaker's hands. And I get we have Amon-Ra St. Brown as a playmaker, and honestly, Sam Laporta's a playmaker now too. Again, it's embarrassment of riches, but like that's one where I just feel like it's game changer. Matter of fact, Amon-Ra St. Brown in his media session this week said it definitely energized the offense, like woke him back up. The entire team really. I just want to see him.
He's electric with the ball in his hands, man. You got to give him the ball more. I think Ben Johnson knows that. Like, there's no way a guy he knows a lot more about football than I do. Like, a guy like Ben Johnson isn't like, yeah, we got to get the ball in this kid's hands. Because every time they do, something good happens. So, I expect to see his snap share has gone up and up and up every week. So I expect to see those touches start to follow that.
Yeah. Again, it just opens up everything for everybody else. That's why I was saying, like, early in the game, just throw one deep. Throw one deep just to establish that, hey, we can do this anytime we want. And then that will have the defenses reacting to that, like just showing that element more. Again, if he drops it, or if it's just a incomplete pass, whatever, it still establishes in the defense's mind just another layer for them to have to think about, which opens up more opportunities for everybody else.
I'll tell you what, I mean, I can't really complain about it because we are 9-3 and the offenses look very good. But I wouldn't mind seeing them getting more aggressive with the offensive play calling on the downs, like the favorable downs, like a 2nd and 4, or 2nd and 4. Yeah. 2nd and 3.
Say it one time. I was making a point.
I'm not mad at it because they're 9-3 and the offense has been very good.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind them getting more aggressive on favorable downs, like
exactly.
2nd and 4, 2nd and 3. Those downs that the entire playbook's open, they've been taking the passive approach and running it, which been getting first down, so I can't really complain about it. But when you got a 2nd and 2, a 2nd and 3. Do a play action deep shot to J-Mo.
Yeah, that's when you take it.
And then
exactly.
you got a 3rd down. You know David Montgomery is more than likely going to get you 3 fucking yards to get the first down.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't work out, you got it on 3rd down.
Yeah.
But and you got Campbell who says fucking goes for 4th downs all the time. So on a 2nd and 4, a very favorable. That's a perfect point. That's where I'm getting at. Like that's a time where you just do it because they're A, least expecting it, so it's probably open, and B, even if it doesn't convert, you're still in a favorable position. And it establishes that in the defense's mind. Again, this is an ecosystem. I keep going back to that with Ben Johnson. It's an ecosystem. It's many layers, many facets to this offense, and you're just underutilizing one, in my opinion.
I saw a comment. Just a fan. He says, "Are you raging on the offense or just want more?
No,
like defense, we want a lot more."
The defense deserves to get ragged on. The defense has not been good, and it is. The personnel, it is the scheme, it's everything has been bad with the defense. The offense, we just want a little bit more out of J-Mo. I love the offense. They're top 5 offense in the NFL, but Jameson Williams was brought in here to put them over the top. He's shown that he can do that in his limited touches. Get him the ball more. That would just open up you wouldn't be able to double team Amon-Ra St. Brown if you were giving Jameson Williams 7 balls a game. You can't double team Amon-Ra St. Brown having a guy like that with the ball in his hands in open space with one-on-one matchups.
Because you have to double J-Mo. My thing for me is like, I'm not raging on the offense.
Shout out to Max Schreiner.
Much like Dan Campbell spoke a few weeks ago, like, yeah, you expect more of the offense because there's more to work with on the offense.
Yeah.
The same way we're bitching for like talented pieces of personnel on the defense, you can't have that conversation in the offense. You have a top 5 offensive line in the game. You have a first-round pick in Jameson Williams. You have a top 10 wide receiver in Amon-Ra St. Brown.
They're held to a higher standard.
Because they're higher
because
standard
they're
players.
so good. Because they are a top
Yes.
5 offense. They're held to a higher standard because they have a banquet of talent.
Embarrassment of riches. So, like,
shout out to Max Schreiner. He said, y'all are killing this segment. Thanks.
Hey, appreciate you, Max. Appreciate you, Max. We do have to go to break here. Spinny.
Tell us about Fairway.
For over 60 years, Fairway Pat Company's been providing Michigan's finest hotels, restaurants, casinos with prime Wagyu beef, dry aged beef, and more. Give them a call or online at fairwaypacking.com or stop at the personal store at Grosse Pointe Woods for grab-and-go steaks.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Woodward Sports own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel. How would you like to win not one, but 2
Vegas and buy Syntron at your local Meijer store? It's Syntron, the healthier energy drink with great taste for the people who desire to look good, feel good, and be the best versions of themselves. Go to drinksyntron.com/Vegas for more information.
Welcome back to Women Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com. A couple comments from One Funky, from DNC&T. Sorry for not getting some of these comments because they're coming in, and I appreciate you guys supporting the show. But they brought up Jamar Chase and the fact that he wasn't catching a lot of balls in both preseason and the beginning of his rookie year. The one difference I'll say is he and Joe Burrow had a connection already. Where I think Jared Goff point blank told you guys, like I think it was last year, if I'm going to pickle, I'm going to Amon-Ra. And I think obviously Sam LaPorta has become that number 2 now. And he has a relationship previously with Reynolds as well.
And he talked about at the beginning of the season building a relationship with J-Mo in particular. Like he talked about it as a process, chemistry. It's important.
It is a thing. Again, like Amon-Ra St. Brown, he has the best hands, or some of the best hands in the game. I'd put him up there top 5 for damn sure. But when you look at some of the balls he's getting, they're not the prettiest balls. He's the one screen he had against the Chargers, he literally caught off his shoelaces. And then ran it in for a tutty. He has the ability to adjust. J-Mo has to build that rapport with Goff where he kind of knows what to expect, what's coming at him, and what angles to receive the ball at. That is a thing. That is true. They do have to build that up, and I think they have. I think obviously we've seen the last couple of weeks. Just again, when we grow stagnant, give that man the ball. Put the ball in that man's hands because things happen quite clearly.
You are my special.
25% of the time he touches the ball, it's a touchdown. That's insane.
Yeah.
Speaking of guys getting the ball, Spinny, it's a Friday topic. I didn't want to do this one because I love both these guys a lot, but do you think Jahmyr Gibbs should be getting more touches than David Montgomery at this point in the season?
Yes.
Ooh, quick with it.
Yeah, I do. I love David Montgomery. I think David Montgomery is a hammer on this offense, but Jahmyr Gibbs has proven that he can do anything that Ben Johnson needs him to do. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside the tackles, he can catch the ball, and he is more explosive. And he is a guy that can take it, 70 yards to the house every play. Like I think they should be getting pretty much similar run splits, but I'd like to see Jahmyr get a little bit more in the passing game. A couple bubble screens, different things like that. I love. My dad in the Woodward Sports chat says not this Sunday, and I would agree with that too because
Dave Montgomery's revenge game.
Yeah, Monty revenge game in Chicago. He's definitely going to be running with a purpose. But Jahmyr is different, man. He's explosive. The way he can get in those gaps, like who was Austin Eckler talking about taking on half a man at the beginning of the year? He's been doing that so well these past couple games. He finds the half of the man, attacks his weaker side, follows his blockers well, slips in between those blockers to find holes that you don't even see. And I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be a very, very good back in the NFL for a long time. So as of right now, I'm pretty cool with how it is because they're pretty even when it comes to running the ball. But I think you need to ramp up Jahmyr Gibbs. Maybe give him a couple more, bubble screens. Give him some bubble screen action. Give him the ball in space. Let him take off.
I'm with you. I mean, at the beginning of the season, obviously, I was a big Dave Montgomery guy. I was a big Dave Montgomery guy in the offseason. That was my favorite acquisition for the Detroit Lions outside the draft because everyone's like, they're super excited to play with their brand new toys and they have the highest expectations of potential. But when we got Dave Montgomery, he had the most broken tackles since he had been drafted in the league. Yeah. That's impressive. I think it might be the third, but either way.
I love Monty, dude.
No, I do love Monty, but I looked at a couple of the games as of recently, and Jahmyr is just more explosive. I do want to utilize Monty when the situation's right, like a short yard situation. Give it to Monty on the goal line. Yeah. Give it to Monty. I mean, give Monty his touches. Don't get me wrong, but Jahmyr Gibbs in some of these games.
Give Gibbs the majority of the work between the 20s.
And 18 carries last week, Monty gave you 56 yards, and just 8 carries. Gibbs gave you 60.
Yeah.
That's the 136-yard run. Like especially in that type of game. Well, again, I don't know if it was a Frank Ragnow thing or what happened there, but they were stopping our run. Mm-hmm. And they're not good against the run. But the guy who got off against them was Gibby.
Yeah.
So I give him the ball more. Against the Packers, he averaged more yards per carry. Against the Bears a couple weeks back, no, he did not average more yards per carry. Actually, Monty went off that one. But even when it was just him in the games that it was just Gibbs, there was no David Montgomery because of the rib injury, 5.8 yards per carry. I think that was against the Raiders. And then the Ravens, kind of tough one to judge there because the game was kind of funky. But in that game, he had 6.2 yards per carry. Like, he is just more explosive. You did use that first-round pick.
I like it, though. You got the twin-headed backfield. You got that for a couple years now. Like, Monty's locked up for, 3 years? Mm-hmm. And you got Gibbs, obviously, on the rookie contract. He's going to be a 5-year guy. So, the usage, I would like to see, like you said, Monty is going to be your hammer. Mm-hmm. While Gibbs is the lightning.
A little bit of lightning, a little bit of thunder.
I think
that's what they are, though, for real.
They really are. They really are. And I think we're going to see more of that. In this game, though, this is going to be a colder game outdoors, which plays into Monty. And obviously, it's a revenge game for him. But I'm still taking the Gibbs over. I think it was, 38.5?
Yeah, it was.
That could be 2 runs.
Yeah.
That could be 2 runs for the kid.
I think I already took that one. I was already all over that one.
Yeah, I put 50 on it.
Appreciate you guys, too. Smash that like button if you guys are listening. Appreciate the show. Means the world to us. Helps us grow. I did not mean for that to flow.
Yeah, let's get to 100 likes here. Let's get to 100 likes here. When I stop.
Read some of the comments. Some of these things to say about JMO. There was actually one. I saw this a couple times from a few of you guys. They mentioned, do you think that maybe they're saving some of these plays for the playoffs?
No, I mean they shouldn't be. You should be doing everything you can to win games. I'm sure they got a special batch of stuff saved for the playoffs, but
yeah,
if they can't stop it, they can't stop it.
Yeah, I want to say I just especially Dan Campbell of all coaches, he wants to win more than I don't want to say more than anybody. No, he does. He wants to win more than anybody. He is a very passionate guy. He don't think he responds well to losses. He literally broke down to tears one time. I don't see them being the type to reserve plays.
No,
I think there's plays they haven't used because this the defensive playing hasn't fit that script per se, or maybe the weather or the ebb and flows of things. Maybe Goff isn't looking so great on the deep routes that day. They don't want to do those kind of things. Maybe that's a thing for sure. I mean, speaking of guys going to motion, Gibbs is one of those guys going to motion a lot of plays too. So I think there is some plays that we haven't seen them made yet just because the ball isn't thrown their way. So I'll say that. I don't think they're holding back any plays though.
Yeah, I don't.
There's definitely probably a few in there, but I don't think
there's a few special ones, but there's nothing. I don't think. He busted out some crazy stuff against the Packers last year with the hook and ladder with Amon-Ra and DeAndre Swift and stuff like that, but I don't think there's anything he's holding too close to the chest. He's going to start. I really expect Jameson Williams to get at least 6 targets in this game.
6?
Yeah.
It's a big jump. Let me see what he's had recently. Chat it up a minute.
Spread your shit. No. I think I think we're going to see more of it. And these guys are getting comfortable. This is the most football that, any of them, these rookies have played in a consecutive season. It's getting down to that where some people hit the rookie wall or whatever they say because they're used to playing, 11 game seasons rather than 17. So go out there and make things happen, though.
I think Jameer said that on the Amon-Ra St. Brown podcast. Or no, it was Branch.
He said what?
On Twitter Space. He said I hit my rookie wall already.
Yeah.
He said playing these games is a lot different than college.
It is.
It's a lot more competitive, too.
For sure.
Michigan's a perfect example of that. No offense, like the Michigan fans, it's like, in the NFL, it's any given Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
In college, you could tell yourself that, but you know what the fuck's going on.
Win,
Even when the
it's
Michigan
every
games,
given Sunday until the playoffs.
Exactly. J-Mo, you want the target shares? So last week, 1, Green Bay 3, Chicago 3, Chargers 2. Actually, he got 6 against Baltimore. You know how many catches he had against Baltimore?
2.
0. But he had that one. But like you said, he did stop the drops.
Yeah. And he had the one where the dude grabbed his arm and was holding it down.
And to be honest with you, bro, I don't really necessarily know if I want 6 targets in this game because I just don't know what to expect out of Jared Goff. And I'm not saying that as a hater per se, but just buy the numbers. I mean, the Baltimore game would be a perfect example.
The Baltimore game wasn't his fault, really. They were getting their ass whooped.
It was
a terrible game on all accounts.
Yeah.
Nobody had a good game.
But he was bad.
The defense was bad, too.
Him throwing the ball in Baltimore, him throwing outside is not the same as him playing in Ford Field. But the numbers will tell you that, too. I pulled up those numbers yesterday as a bulk. You can look at 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, but that's good. But if you break down as we put the games, it's like, oh, damn, 0-0, 0-0. 1 pick, 0, 1 touchdown here. And then you remember that game, too. Oh, there's a yak touchdown by Brock Wright. I don't think he's going to be able to whip it in Chicago like you do, I guess.
I think he's going to hit him. Give me a couple, J-Mo. And let me tell you about Lady Jane's. Come into Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and register to win a trip to your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right. No expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
Feldman Auto's #1 Chevy dealer in all of Michigan with
Feldman.
over 18 locations and one right in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the closest one near you. Also, stop by Feldman Auto Chevrolet of Novi. Check out Woodward Sports. They're live every other Monday. You never transition the every other Monday thing. It's always that out.
It's fair. All right, you know what time it is? Game time! You can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. But you can pick some football games. All right, it's the pick'em time. It is the best time of the week. Easy. We'll start with you.
Wonderful time.
Jacksonville versus Cleveland. Who do you got?
Ooh. I don't know if Trevor Lawrence is playing yet.
Yeah.
Probably not.
It is a game time decision.
I'll go Cleveland. They got good defense, and I like Joe Flacco. I think the Jets fucked up royally by one not playing him last year and not re-sign him this year.
Yeah.
I felt like he like wanted to retire or something last year.
I don't know.
I don't know what happened with that thing, but I think Joe Flacco still got something in him, so I go Browns.
JB?
Yeah, give me the Browns. Can't trust Trevor Lawrence in this one, so.
Chris?
I am going to lock the Cleveland Browns.
Wow.
Counting on
CJ Beathard actually looked straight though too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna go the Browns. I think
Something is wrong with Beathard's wrist, though.
Got too much ice on that
got too
motherfucker.
shit too heavy.
Big blah, how you like my style?
Real heavy.
Real heavy.
Wrist on cryotherapy.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Another good game.
What's up?
Los Angeles Rams versus the Baltimore Ravens.
Los Angeles Rams versus the Baltimore Ravens. JB, do you know if Lamar Jackson practiced today?
Yeah, he's back. He was back at practice. What, either today or yesterday? I can't remember what the report
I think it was out
said,
yesterday.
But I know he's a full go for Sunday.
Okay, give me the Ravens.
JB?
I'm taking the Ravens.
Chris?
Ravens.
Ravens.
I'm also taking the Ravens. Next up, Houston Texans versus the New York Football Jets.
New York Football Jets. Let me tell you something here. I think the Houston Texans they're up and coming. I like C.J. Stroud a lot, but their man Rob Saleh, he's real nice. He's a defensive coordinator. It's a rookie quarterback. I can see the Jets pulling it off. Sounds crazy, but I'm gonna take the Jets.
He's taking the Jets.
I'm taking the Jets.
He's locking the Jets.
I ain't locking them. You better relax over there, bud.
JB?
Ronaldo.
Give me the Texans on this one, and I'll lock this one too.
Damn it, fuck you. All right, Chris?
Yeah. Give me the Texans as well.
Yeah, Texans are a team of destiny. They're my team of destiny.
I know.
Shout out CJ Stroud.
Get Jets.
Zach Wilson's starting
We should
again
get
this
Jets.
week, and his confidence is completely shattered. Give me the
I
Texans.
tried Marcos the first time last week. I guess there's no Hungry Howie's in Ohio. So Lucas gets Marcos.
Yeah.
Slap.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Marcos is good as fuck.
I haven't had it.
Is it owned by the same people?
No, I don't think so. There's actually a lot of pizza chains that started here in Michigan.
Yeah.
Like
Little Caesars.
Little Caesars, yeah. Papa Romano's.
Yeah.
Is that the one too? Yeah. Jets. All here in good old Michigan.
Good old Michigan.
Pizza capital of the country, I guess.
Next up,
I reckon.
Minnesota Vikings versus the Las Vegas Raiders.
If I get Hungry Howie's crust on Marco's Pizza, I'm in heaven. I'm sorry, what was the game?
Minnesota Vikings versus the Las Vegas Raiders.
Justin Jefferson's back too.
Is he?
Yeah.
He is back, and he will play.
Marcos? Damn. I want to say Vikings, but something in me just tells me that the Raiders they feel like more of a complete unit, I guess, on the season, more collective.
So you're going Raiders?
Yeah, I'm going Raiders.
You're locking the Raiders.
No, I'm not.
JB.
Give me the Raiders on this one. They're back to their new and improved ways, so I'll take the Raiders.
Chris? Pierce him.
I feel like we're agreeing too much, so I want to go Vikings, but I can't. Give me the Raiders.
All right.
Is Josh Dobbs playing?
Yes.
All right.
He will be playing.
I'm going Minnesota. Pasternak back.
Boom,
Justin Jefferson back.
This guy, big Vikings fan over here.
Give me the
Dodge jersey.
Minnesota Vikings, dude. I like Josh Dobbs. All right, next up, Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Atlanta Falcons. I'm gonna say the Ravens.
That's an ugly game.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Atlanta Falcons.
Shit bowl for the NFC South.
Dude, I hate picking the NFC South games. Give me Falcons? Question mark. Yeah, give me the Falcons. That could go either way. I hate the NFC South.
You're locking the Falcons?
Not locking the Falcons.
Locking the Falcons. JB.
Big fucking Vikings
Give me
fan over there.
Baker and the Bucks on this one.
The Bucks.
Not
Baker
even
and the
confident
Bucks.
in this one.
Chris.
I've been on a big Outcast vibe recently, so give me the Falcons.
ATL, Louisville. I'm going to get this money, Louisville. I'm also going Tampa Bay. I think Mike Evans eats.
Straight 1,000-yard seasons from Mike Evans.
Hall of Fame.
Good stuff, man. Super
Next
Bowl
up.
champion, too.
Indianapolis Colts versus the Cincinnati Bengals.
Indianapolis Colts versus Cincinnati Bengals. I'll tell you what, another backup to look good, Jake Brown.
Jake Browning looked pretty good.
I don't think Zach Taylor gets enough credit. He is an excellent coach, but I'm going to have to take the other team, Indianapolis Colts. Shane Steichen.
You're locking the Colts.
Not locking them, but I think he might be coach of the year when all said and done. If D'Amico Ryans don't win the division or come in second.
Jay Bussey. Colts, Bengals.
Give me the Colts on this one. I think this is going to be a come down to earth game for Jake Browning.
Chris.
Yeah, I don't know who this Jake Browning guy is. He's a bum. Give me the Colts all day.
I'm also going Colts. I'm with JB. I don't think Jake Browning has the same kind of performance he did last week.
Is a mid freaking coach.
Next up, Seattle, San Fran. Who you got?
I'm praying Seattle gets her done for the Detroit Lions' sake, but I have to take San Fran. Come on now. They just played in Seattle and got their asses whooped.
Yeah, they did. JB?
Damn, this sucks. I used my lock already, but give me San
Go
Fran.
lock it for me.
Fuck you, JB. You stole my lock and then you let Eazy steal my lock.
Let's go! Well, technically,
You
Eazy
piece of shit.
Eazy already picked, so he should have to wait for the next.
No, I'm locked. I'm locked. Fuck you, JB. Fuck you. That's racist.
Damn it, JB. Got me twice. Chris?
I'm locking this again as well. I'm giving it the Niners.
You locked one of the sketchier ones for sure.
I'm going with the Niners for sure.
I definitely did.
Next up, Buffalo versus Kansas City.
Buffalo Soldier.
Heart of America.
This is at Kansas City?
This is at Kansas City.
Man, I really feel bad for Josh Allen because he might take another L. They need this one though.
Mm-hmm.
They need
They're
it.
gonna miss the playoffs.
And a lot of good things have happened for them recently.
For the Buffalo?
Yeah.
Yeah. KC's pissed after losing to the Packers too. And they're out. Yeah, KC.
JB?
Give me KC. Patrick Mahomes isn't losing 2 games in a row.
JB is locking Buffalo. Chris?
Give me Buffalo.
Buffalo Soldier.
Give me Buffalo.
I am also going KC. Patrick Mahomes is going to be pissed after that loss. They're going to win. Next up.
I'm here.
Game of the week. Philadelphia Eagles in Jerry's World take on the Cowboys.
Eagles, they've been like every single week facing the toughest freaking teams.
They're in a gauntlet right now.
As much as I think they're the better team for sure, I think Dallas might get them. They've been playing really well at home. And the Eagles, just every single week, they just...
So you're taking Dallas?
Yeah.
So Eazy thinks Dallas is going to beat the Eagles at home, but not the Lions. All right.
Correct.
JB.
Give me Jalen Hurts and the Eagles.
Your boyfriend. Chris.
Factual.
Factual.
No, with
Factual.
With Jalen Hurts, it
man.
wouldn't be abduction, I'll tell you that.
He's willingly walking into the house.
JB's dropping dispo flyers in his mail every day.
No, give me
Switching
the
on his way
Cowboys.
back to the car
Give me
after.
the Cowboys. I think the Eagles are going to be very worn down.
I'm going with Philly. Philly's going to be mad they just lost one. They're not going to want the Niners to creep up. Coming off of that ass whooping, Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown, 2 touchdowns. Shout out my fantasy team. Denver versus the Chargers.
Denver versus the Chargers. Give me the... Ooh, what's that?
L.A.
Mid-off.
It is mid-off.
These motherfuckers having a mid-off! Give me the Broncos, I guess. I want to take the Chargers, but I hate Brandon Staley.
JB.
I hate Brandon Staley.
Give me the Broncos in this one.
Chris.
6 points last week.
You guys are foolish. Give me the Chargers. The Broncos have been getting way too many lucky turnovers and shit.
I'm
They're
going
not
with
that good.
Denver as well. And finally, Detroit versus Chicago. Easy.
I vow to never pick Chicago over Detroit again. As Flannel Sam would say. Again.
Again.
Give me the Detroit Lions, baby!
JB.
I'm taking the Lions.
Chris.
Lions.
I'm also taking the Lions, and I'm going to lock the Lions.
Woo!
Fuck
You
the
had an easy
outdoor.
lock on there, too.
Fuck the outdoor.
Could have took KC.
Yeah, I know. I'm locking the fucking Lions.
Nice.
David Montgomery revenge game. He's going to go out there. He's going to tote that bitch. Give me the Lions. Lions, baby. Now let me tell you about Big Boy.
So you agree? You think you're really pretty?
I am. Wintertime in Detroit is always
Does think
better
that's
with
fat.
comfort foods from Big Boy. Try the veal parmesan or the new Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl. How about breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. The classic lumberjack or Santa Fe Garden. Also the new apple pie hotcakes that are too good to miss. Top it all off with a new gingerbread shake for dessert. Stop by your
Top
local
it
Big
off.
Boy today. There's going to be a lot of good
Where's
games.
the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports Crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays to join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown, Detroit Lions!
With money on the line, featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Swiss is the best place to shop your home and auto insurance. Do it with my guy Mark. It's Mark at SwissHonest.com or give him a call at 248-841-77. Ding, ding. Bear Stew on Monday. This is Keys to Wisdom. Hey, I love some bear stew on a Monday. I love me some bear stew. Let me tell you, I'm a little bit nervous about this game. I would, but the Detroit Lions moved the ball well against them when we had the opportunities. The only thing that crippled us was the turnovers. I don't think Jared Goff gonna be doing much of that.
You are my
Even
special.
with his small hands.
What song were you singing to me?
It's the Jujutsu Kaisen opening.
Oh, fucking nerd.
That new episode yesterday was
Quit it with
fire.
that Naruto.
Nerd.
Yesterday episode was fire.
Yeah, I think the one thing, obviously, the Bears, the offense got the better of that defense, but they also the turnovers helped them with that situation too. Only 2 touchdowns, I think it was in that game total for the Chicago Bears defense, our offense there. So
you are my special.
As long as they don't turn that ball over, I think Detroit Lions going to do it. And Jared Goff did turn the ball over in the first meeting, but if we're being honest about it, Sam Porter got knocked off his there route. The one ball got tipped, and the rest was just Goff being the dipshit. He ain't been doing too much of that.
Who's got the riskiest lock? You reckon?
Well, I don't know the locks.
Christopher.
He's got the riskiest
He's got Cleveland. Lil Chrissy's got Cleveland.
Okay.
Jay Bussy's got Houston.
All
Yes,
right.
child.
Who's Houston playing again?
The Jets, who
Okay.
you took.
Yeah, I took the Jets.
You've got the San Francisco 49ers, and I've got them Detroit City Cats.
Who got the riskiest? I gotta go JB. Wait, who locked the? No, I got Chris.
Chris.
Who locked the Browns?
Chris.
Yeah, that's the riskiest
He
one. Yeah, that's a battle of like backup quarterbacks. You never know what's gonna happen. Like I did not think the Patriots were gonna beat the Steelers last night. I did not reckon that was gonna happen.
You was right, child.
I
so
ain't reckon
weird.
they go in there and butter their biscuit.
I don't give a piss about nothing but the time.
I don't give a piss about nothing but time.
Nothing but the time.
I don't give a piss about nothing but the lines.
Nothing but the line.
Coming here, Detroit Tigers. Talk fuck Detroit Tigers.
Bring Otani home, though.
You got a score prediction?
Score prediction.
Is that the Rumble possibilities? Otani? Yeah?
Yeah. We got the money.
Drake was just
I was
recruiting
gonna
them
say,
too.
if you ask Drake, it's
Drake
a different
was just
story.
Drake, dude. Drake ruins children. All right.
Drake is, what do you call it?
He's a groomer.
Groomer, for sure.
Yeah, he's a groomer.
He is. All great musicians are.
I wouldn't say all of them.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah, that's not all of them.
I-
A very select.
I'm not saying all, I said the greats.
You said all the great musicians are.
Okay, Michael Jackson's great.
Yeah, that's one.
Who else is great?
A lot of people.
Name, give me one.
Eric Clapton.
Pedo.
All right.
Why do you think his last name's Clapton?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Josh Giddey.
Josh Giddey. All right, my score prediction is Lions 24, Bears 17.
My score prediction will be Detroit Lions 28, Chicago Bears.
I don't give about piss about none but the Lions.
Chicago Bears. Consistently, I love Giannis because he used to wear like that broke man shit. As rich as he was, even after the big contract, he'd be wearing like some broke ass shit the All-Star weekend.
I don't give pissed about none but the Tide. Final score prediction.
I told you, I said 28-24.
JB?
Give me Lions 28, Bears 23.
Lil Chrissy?
28-24. I like that. I'm still.
Now I got a question for y'all, and this is more importantly aimed to you guys there in the chat because a lot of y'all hate this man Aaron Glenn. If the score was 28-24, are we bitching about Aaron Glenn? I mean,
they would.
Yeah, they would. I'm not even asking.
If they let up just one safety, the final score the Bears had 2 points, they would still complain about Aaron Glenn.
That is true.
Damn, I guess the stream froze. Is that true?
It's back.
It's back. Yeah.
All right.
But either way, that'll do it for us today. Appreciate y'all tapping in.
He bouncing early. He does it every time.
Do the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. For Eazy, for Chris, for JB, I'm Spencer. We're the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys on Monday.
Hey, smash that like button, folks.
Peace.
Appreciate you.